A jury handed down several guilty verdicts today in this case for a man who kidnapped a Northridge girl right out of her bed in the middle of the night and then sexually assaulted her. CBS 2's Randy Paige shows us what happened in court.
I understand that the jurors have reached verdicts.
The courtroom was silent as Judge Ronald Cohen examined the verdict forms. It took a full 5 minutes while the victim and her family sat anxiously in the back row out of the view of the camera, and Tobias Summers waited to learn whether today would be his first day of freedom or day one in what could be the rest of his life behind bars. As the clerk began to read the verdict for count one, the answer began to set in.
We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Tobias Dustin Summers, guilty of the crime of kidnapping.
It would take another 45 minutes.
Guilty of the crime of burglary.
To read the other 31 counts.
Guilty of the crime of kidnapping to commit rape.
And the verdict for each count,
guilty of the crime of aggravated sexual assault of a child,
was the same.
Summers, guilty.
Prosecutors convinced the jury it began as a burglary at the victim's Northridge home in March of 2013. The jury found Tobias Summers kidnapped the 10-year-old girl who lived in the home at knife point, raped and sexually assaulted her, and 12 hours later she was found barefoot and dazed in a parking lot. After the verdict was read, Judge Ronald Cohen said Summers slipped out of his handcuffs twice this morning. So the next time he's brought into court for his sentencing, the judge ordered that Summers be shackled.
You'll be shackled in full waist chains and leg chains. In addition, and I want deputies in this court to understand what I'm saying, I am ordering a black box on the shackles so he cannot slip out of those chains.
Judge Cohen said the convictions in this case could potentially lead to a sentence of life without possibility of parole. And he told attorneys for both sides to consider that observation as they prepare to come back into his courtroom for sentencing in October. In downtown Los Angeles, Randy Paige, CBS 2 News.